It's a new day in the workroom, and now it's episode 3, and I'm still here. I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I've demonstrated to the queens and, more importantly, the judges, what I can bring to the competition. Last week I was safe, but this week I aim to stand out, showcase more of my drag, and hopefully secure a spot in the top 2. I truly want to win All Stars 4, and I would love for my sister Raquel and Bugs Bunny to be in the finale with me. We've become very close over these past few weeks, and they were a great support during my mini breakdown last week. It would be incredible for the 3 of us to make it to the finale together, with me winning the crown.
It's a new day, and I'm feeling fantastic. I won a challenge and sent Misty home, but we ended on good terms as she understood my reasoning. However, she shared some intriguing information with me. Candace is a snake, passing on information to the other queens that I confided in her. I mentioned last week that I didn't want the Joanne era, and suddenly, that's what I was assigned. She even disclosed my plan to eliminate Misty during our first Untucked. I need to be wary of her, the doll never forgets. But I did confide in Bugs and Barbie. I trust them immensely, especially Barbie, who I've known for over 20 years. She's my rock, my soul. My best friend, sorry red guy, love you, haha. And Bugs, I trust him too, he's a drag legend. Long before his time on Drag Race, so I have no worries about trusting them both. Candace, however, is another story. I'm certain she would blindside me if I were in the bottom and she was in the top.
The queens gather in the workroom. They once again congratulate both Raquel and Celia for the win and top 2 placement, and they congratulate Lois for surviving the bottom placement. They thank them. SpongeBob chuckled and said barely survived. Lois laughed and said she's glad Raquel won the lip sync. Celia said to Lois no hard feelings. Lois said no hard feelings and said she still respects her decision. Celia thanks her.
Oh yeah, Celia, no hard feelings. Piss off. I'm so annoyed. I'm glad Raquel won that lip sync. I could have been a goner, but luckily I'm still here, and that SpongeBob. He's a little shady queen. I never thought someone as innocent looking as him would be a little shady character. I can't have myself back in the bottom. I need to prove to RuPaul why I deserved this chance, to come back for now a 3rd time, and compete for the crown. So far I haven't shown why, unlike Bugs Bunny. He was among the top queens in the first episode, but we both kinda did bad in that rusical. If it was a Madonna rusical, I'd have slayed it, but it was a Lady Gaga. I don't even want to say her name anymore. I'm a Madonna fan until I die, and I am now a #1 Lady Gaga hater.
Googly bears, I'm feeling fantastic today. I was in the top 2 for the rusical challenge. I hope those directors will watch last week and think, oh, why did we let her slip away and we gave the role to a queen who wasn't in the top. Love you, Ida, but girl, I should have gotten that callback in my performance last week shows. And I'm happy that Lois has forgiven me about the lipstick choice, but the game is the game, and I will continue my streak in the top without being favored by the judges, like a certain queen here. I personally don't think it's fair Daphne is on the panel, especially when her friend and seasoned sister is competing. I'm probably not the only one who thinks that, but the only one to speak up. Well, to my alliance, of course. I won't dare say it to her face, not when lipsticks are involved.
Ida asked, did everyone enjoy the rusical challenge? Celia said of course. Grim said he did enjoy it, and he was surprised he managed to keep up with the younger queens, and that his bones could take such a challenge. SpongeBob asked if he's okay. Grim said yes, he's fine, he relaxed last night in the hotel spa. Thorne said she loved the rusical and she hopes to keep up her top streak. Celia said she's sure she will, and giggled. Thorne asked her what's up. Celia said oh, nothing.
I don't know what got into Celia. Does she think me being in the top for 2 weeks is a joke? I won't go into it right now. I'm very happy with how my performance has been this season. I've truly stepped up my drag, toured the world, and now I'm back showing these queens what Thorne can do, and I'm having a great time here, working alongside so many amazing queens, especially Grim and SpongeBob. I haven't gotten to speak with the other queens as much. We are all kind of in our little cliques right now. Maybe I need to branch out and start talking to some of them.
Barbie said yes, she loved the rusical, even though she was only safe, and said to the queens she plans on being in the top this challenge. Bugs agreed and said he feels like he will turn his luck around after being in the bottom for the rusical. Lois said to him at least he wasn't up for elimination again like on All Stars 1. Bugs agreed and said he's so grateful his runway saved his ass because he didn't want the same thing happening again. Raquel looked to Bugs and said she still would have chosen Misty's lipstick so he would be okay. Celia said she would have chosen Lois still.
That was some good reassurance from Raquel and Celia, that even if it'd been a bottom 3, I was safe. I have full trust with Raquel. But there's some here I shouldn't, one being Candace, after what Misty told Raquel, unless Raquel was making that up. I don't think she was, and then we have Celia, who still would have chosen Lois who is in her alliance. Now Celia is a queen you can't trust, because if I was her and I had 3 queens in the bottom, and 2 of them are in my alliance, I'd have gone for the queen who wasn't, which would have been me, shady queen.
Well, that just confirms I can't trust Celia at all. Even if Bugs was in the bottom with me and Misty, she still would have chosen me? That bitch. But it's fine, I will not let this get in the way of whatever challenge is to come. I hope we have something I can actually have a chance at winning.
Ida turns to Bugs, assuring him she means no disrespect, then faces Celia and incredulously asks, "Are you serious? You would still choose to eliminate Lois over Bugs?" Celia affirms, "Well, yes." An irritated Lois demands to know why. Celia explains, "Because you have the weaker track record." SpongeBob interjects, telling Lois, "That's true, you do, compared to Misty and Bugs." Lois gives SpongeBob a sarcastic thanks, to which he cheerfully replies, "No problem," noting she's giving him the kind of look Squidward often does. Grim asks if that's a look of wanting to throttle him, prompting laughter from SpongeBob, who agrees, "Yeah, kinda," as all the queens join in the laughter.
It's interesting that Celia would still have chosen Lois's lipstick over Bugs Bunny, who I hope doesn't take offense to what I said. Just I thought since we are in an alliance with Lois, she would have wanted to choose him, but I guess I understand her reason, track record, and she doesn't know Lois like I know her. I hope there isn't going to be any issues going forward with them, but if I know Lois like I do, there might be.
Looks like I've annoyed Lois, but it's true she would have had the weaker track record if Bugs Bunny was also in the bottom with her and Misty. I probably would have done the same if I was in Celia's position. Coming back to Drag Race for now a 3rd time and not delivering anything, when we could have had someone else return like my best friend Squidward, or Patrick, Lois Griffin is wasting their rightful spot.
Bugs tells Ida he doesn't take offense to that and can see her point of view. Ida thanks him and said you never know what people might take offense to in All Stars. Grim agrees and said just the slightest thing could set someone off to eliminate them, and then looks to SpongeBob and winks. SpongeBob said, "Why you winking at me, Grim?" Grim said he's just kidding with him, he loves him like his own drag children and that he reminds him of one of them. SpongeBob asked who. Grim said his name is Billy and he's just as annoying as you. SpongeBob laughs and said me, annoying, and laughs again.
Oh my god, that laugh, I can't with it, it's giving me such a headache. Can we please stop making him laugh, haha?
I have to keep SpongeBob on his toes, haha. He does remind me of my Billy. I think that's why I've gotten so attached to him. They're both very annoying, but I can put up with it. I don't know how much longer these other queens can. I'm still puzzled over the whole milk and cookies moment last week. I still don't get it.
Raquel tells the queens she will actually miss seeing Misty around here. Puzzled, Lois asks why did she send her home then? Raquel said because she had her lipstick and that the doll never forgets, then looks to Candace. Candace, also puzzled, said yes, she will also miss seeing Misty here and cheers the Redhead Alliance. A producer steps in and says it's mini challenge time.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Candace. You don't know what I know, and I will keep that information tightly sealed. I might have to come up with a little rumor to see if she does it again, or if maybe it was a one-time thing. For her sake, I hope it's a one-time thing, then I might be able to trust her again.
Candace wins the mini challenge.
Yay, I got a win around here. Well, it's a mini challenge win. Maybe that's a good sign for me this week? I need to get myself up in the top, otherwise I could end up like Misty, who apparently told Raquel something. I have no idea what it could be, but apparently it's some sort of Season 9 stuff, must have been good. She's allowed back into the Season 9 group chat. Oh my god, what if we made an All Stars 4 group chat? I'll create one for us.
Hello! Wow, RuPaul looks stunning. She always do. I wonder what challenge we will be doing today. I hope it's something fun, maybe a comedy, maybe a ball? What if it's Snatch Game? I guess we will find out shortly.
My queens, I hope you're ready for this week's challenge because it's time to play the Snatch Game.
Yes, Snatch Game, woo. I am ready for this challenge.
Oh my god, yes. This is the challenge I wanted to come soon. I won the Season 8 Snatch game, and I can see myself winning the All-Stars 4 Snatch game too.
That is correct, the Snatch game will be your next maxi challenge, so go out there and make me laugh, and you might be among the top All-Stars this week. Now good luck and don't F it up.
Oh, now I knew it was coming. We have it every season, but I kinda didn't want it yet. I've been on such a roll with my 2 high placements. I hope I can make RuPaul laugh. I struggled last time. I got 1 laugh out of her and I managed to scrape by to safe. I do want to try it again, but this time make her laugh even more and maintain my high streak. I don't think I'll win this challenge. There are Snatch Game powerhouses here like Candace, SpongeBob, Lois Griffin and Bugs Bunny.
I'm a little scared, only a little. I've never done Snatch Game, but this is improv, and I want my improv redemption. If I land in the bottom, I'll pull a Peppa Pig and cry. If I land in the top, I'll also pull a Peppa Pig and cry. I'm aiming for a safe or above. I have the perfect character choice.
Before the queens work on their characters, they gather background. Raquel asks the queens how did they do in their Snatch games. Candace said she won hers, Barbie congratulates her, and laughs saying she wasn't around long enough. They all laugh. Ida tells them the same thing, she wasn't around for the Season 6 Snatch game, and Celia tells them she was only safe. Bugs Bunny said he wasn't around for the All-Stars 1 Snatch game, but his Season 4 he did pretty good and was in the top. The queens congratulate him. Grim said he was only just safe. Lois said she was low on Season 1 but she won the All-Stars 1 Snatch game. Raquel said she was only safe. SpongeBob said he was in the top, and Thorne said she was only safe. Celia says Thorne will probably still be in the top. Thorne asks her what does she mean. Celia said never mind. There's an awkward silence until SpongeBob looks to Raquel and said to her, "At this point the dolls are the dolls." A confused Raquel said okay then and split off. SpongeBob starts laughing.
Does SpongeBob think he's one of the dolls? I hate to break it to you, sweetie. You're not. Me and Barbie are the dolls around here. But yes, Snatch Game is going to be interesting. We got a lot of queens, including myself, who were only safe in their original Snatch Game. And we got the odd powerhouse, one being the new self-proclaimed doll, SpongeBob. Then we got Candace, Bugs Bunny and Lois Griffin. This will either be a great Snatch Game or a train wreck, but you can't read the doll and her character choice.
Raquel, Barbie, Candace and Bugs Bunny are going through their character choices. Raquel asks Barbie who is she planning on doing. Barbie said she's going to portray the real Sasha Colby. Raquel nods along and said perfect choice. Bugs chuckled. Barbie asks him what's up. Bugs Bunny tells Barbie he's also chosen Sasha Colby.
Really? He's gotta be kidding with me. I don't want to have to fight over who gets to play Sasha Colby. And I don't want what happened on Season 10 with 2 Ariana Grandes at Snatch Game. I hope he's just playing with me here.
Bugs said he's just playing with Barbie. Barbie lets out a sigh of relief. Bugs tells her that he did have her as an option though, but he's going to play Mae West. Barbie said she's such a good character for Bugs to play. Raquel agreed. Raquel said she's going to be Roxy Andrews. Barbie asked her, can we read the doll? Raquel told them baby you can't read the doll, and they giggled. Barbie asks Candace who she's playing. Candace tells them she's taking a massive risk. Bugs asks what's the risk. Candace tells them she's going to be Ashley Tisdale again.
Wow, Candace, that is a huge risk, playing a character you've already played at your last Snatch game. I don't know if the judges will like it, but good luck to you.
Now Candace, that's a risky move. Maybe I won't have to tell a silly rumor to her now. She might actually end up going home. I kinda hope she doesn't. But I know I'll be okay with my Roxy Andrews impersonation.
Yes, it's a massive risk I'm taking. I think this will either put me in the top or the bottom. I'm not doing the exact same as last time. I'm gonna be playing Ashley Tisdale as Sharpay Evans from High School Musical. Because people say I look just like her and I sing just like how she does. So I think it's only fitting I play her again and possibly win again.
Candace tells them she's not being exactly Ashley Tisdale. She's going to be playing Sharpay Evans, who is played by Ashley Tisdale. They wish her luck with her choice and Candace thanks them. She then asks if she can go and join the others. Raquel said sure, and Candace walks towards the other queens. Barbie said to Raquel, are you worried she will say something? Raquel told them no, she didn't mention anything and said she thinks Candace might be in the bottom this week. Barbie says it is a really risky move. Bugs agreed and said he wishes her the best. Raquel and Barbie nodded and started working on their characters. Grim, Thorne, and SpongeBob are discussing the upcoming Snatch game. SpongeBob asks if they're feeling nervous. Grim admits he's a bit anxious since it's been a while since his last Snatch game. SpongeBob reassures him that he'll do great, citing his sense of humor that always makes him laugh. Grateful for the encouragement, Grim turns to Thorn, who seems worried. He advises her to stay positive, reminding her of her recent successes and not to let the challenge psych her out. Thorn expresses her admiration for Grim, telling him he's one of her biggest inspirations. SpongeBob proposes a group hug, which they all share. Thorn confesses her love for every moment spent here, especially with such incredible queens like them. Grim, touched by her words, tells her not to make him cry, and chuckles.
Yes, I'm a bit nervous, and I believe everyone is. It's the Snatch Game, one of the toughest challenges. And Drag Race has evolved so much since my last appearance. I think the Snatch Game has become even more challenging, but I won't let that concern me, and Thorn shouldn't either. SpongeBob, on the other hand, is eager to start. He's preparing his character. I'm not sure who he's portraying, but it seems he'll be someone with big blonde hair. I really don't want to mess this up because I've enjoyed my time here, particularly with queens like Thorn and SpongeBob. Thorn told me I'm one of her biggest inspirations, and that means the world to me.
Grim curious asks Thorn who is she playing for Snatch Game. Thorn told Grim one of her other inspirations, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Grim said that's a fantastic choice. Thorn said she was torn between Elvira or Amy Lee from Evanescence. SpongeBob told Thorn she chose the better option, because he doesn't think Amy Lee would be very funny. Thorn agreed.
So I was torn between Elvira and Amy Lee. I love them both so much, but I eventually went with Elvira because I think I can make her more funny than Amy Lee. I need to practice some of my Elvira. How's my head? No complaints, I think I might do well.
Thorn asks SpongeBob who is he playing. SpongeBob said it'll be a risk. Grim said risks can be good or bad. SpongeBob agreed and said he hopes it'll be good because he's playing RuPaul. Grim and Thorn shocked. Grim reminds him only 2 other queens have played RuPaul. SpongeBob asks really? Grim said Cusco on All Stars 2, and Hello Kitty on Season 8. SpongeBob said he didn't watch them and does Grim know how they did? Thorn said Cusco was just safe and Hello Kitty was eliminated. SpongeBob said well this shall be easy. Thorn said she loves his confidence. Just as they're about to work on their characters, Candace joins them.
Yes, I'm taking a risk by playing RuPaul in front of RuPaul, and allegedly 2 other queens have taken this risk and it didn't work out for them, Hello Kitty specifically, but I know I can pull this off. I'm very funny, I can improv on the fly, I know what I'm doing, and Candace has come to join the fun.
Candace asks can she join them. Grim said sure, they're just working on their Snatch Game characters. Candace said to Thorn let her guess who she's doing. Thorn said go for it sister. Candace closed her eyes and said Elvira. SpongeBob gasps and asks Candace how did she know that? Candace said she's a superfan, she knows everything about Thorn and that Elvira is one of her idols. Thorn chuckled and said yes. Candace said to Thorn she's bound to be in the top playing Elvira. Thorn thanks her, and said Celia said something similar earlier on twice. Candace said oh yeah it's because she thinks you're getting special treatment from. Before she could finish Candace realizes what she's said and is nervous.
Oh shit, I slipped up again, it just slipped out my mouth. Oh my god, I didn't mean for this to happen.
She what? That bitch, I've worked so hard being here. I can't believe Celia would discredit my work as judge's favoritism. That is not what is happening at all. Thank you Candace for telling me this, I'm gonna have to give her a piece of my mind.
Candace begs Thorn not to say anything right now. Thorn tells Candace she's so angry, but she's not angry at Candace, she actually thanks her. Grim agrees with Candace and said to Thorn not to let that bitter queen bring her down and let's work on our Snatch Game characters together. Thorn says okay, but she will confront her later. If Celia doesn't go home first, they all start working on their Snatch Games. Celia, Lois and Ida are all discussing Snatch Game. Lois asks where's Candace? Celia said she's over there with Thorn, Grim and SpongeBob. Ida said she was also with the dolls and bugs. Lois said she's a very social queen isn't she? They both agreed. Celia said to Lois she's sorry about earlier. Lois said it's fine, it's in the past and it's a new day in the workroom, and she still respects her decision. Lois then asks who everyone is doing. Ida said she's doing Joan Crawford. Celia tells her she thought she would play someone like Barbra Streisand.
I could have portrayed a flawless Barbra Streisand. Indeed, I have the experience. Having played the same role Barbara did in Funny Girl as Fanny Bryce on the West End, I could have easily embodied her. However, I wanted to channel another Hollywood icon, Joan Crawford. My drag style exudes old Hollywood glamour, and Joan will accentuate that glamorous aspect. I hope to deliver comedy tonight.
Ida asked Celia how about her. Celia said she was gonna do Betty Davis. Ida smiles and said they could continue their iconic feud. Celia tells Ida she doesn't feel like this would be the challenge for it. Lois said this is the perfect challenge actually and it's all improv. Celia said she doesn't feel comfortable with it, and said she will be playing Jennifer Coolidge. Lois said Betty Davis would have been a better option. Celia said she's sticking with Jennifer. Ida said to Celia to do whatever she thinks is best for her.
Yes, choosing Betty Davis would have been iconic for me and Ida to continue their legendary feud. But I don't think the Snatch Game would be the right time and place for that. So, I decided to go with Jennifer Coolidge. She's funny, I adore her, and I hope to maintain my top position. I've had a taste of a top 2 placement, but I aim to win the lip sync and send someone home, preferably a judge's favorite, haha.
Ida looks to Lois and asks her who is she playing. Lois said she's playing someone controversial. Ida asked her who. Lois said she's playing her #1 fan, Lola, from Season 8 and All Stars 3. Ida and Celia looked to her and laughed. Ida said that's brilliant. Lois chuckled, and said she's going to make her look a mess, more than she is now. Ida said as long as it keeps you out of the bottom, make her look as bad as possible. Lois suggests getting into their characters and start rehearsing as the producers shout 10 more minutes.
Ah yes, I'm playing my #1 fan, Lola. I have so much material to work with. She's one of the most messiest queens we've ever seen. She's kissed my husband, got attacked by myself last All Stars, which I went happily to jail for, but before all that she sabotaged Moose's dress, couldn't remember her best friend's name, and the list goes on and on. I know I'm going to slay this challenge. I have to win this for Peter's sake. I thought he was going to have a heart attack last All Stars when none of the House of Griffin won Snatch Game, but you never know, this might bring me and Lola closer together. As long as she doesn't bring her bat, I'll be good, haha.
Lois Griffin will play Lola. Grim will be playing the Babadook. Bugs Bunny will be playing Mae West. SpongeBob will be playing RuPaul. Thorne will be playing Elvira. Ida Davis will be playing Joan Crawford. Celia will be playing Jennifer Coolidge. Candace will be playing Ashley Tisdale as Sharpay Evans. Barbie will be playing Sasha Colby. Raquel will be playing Roxy Andrews. SpongeBob, Bugs Bunny, Lois Griffin and Candace Flynn slayed the challenge.
My Snatch Game performance was outstanding. I had RuPaul laughing uncontrollably as I impersonated her. Initially, I could tell from her expression that she was bracing for another dreadful impersonation, but then the magic happened, and she was thoroughly entertained. I think I might even win tonight. It seems the risk has paid off for me.
I just love the Snatch Game. My risk being Ashley Tisdale again has paid off because I did a different variant of her this time, and RuPaul loved it. Oh my god, what if I become a double Snatch Game winner? That would be iconic. Not everybody has that to their credit, just Mrs. Garrison and Leela and soon to be Candace Flynn.
Grim and Raquel had a great performance.
Phew, Snatch Game is done and I had RuPaul laughing a lot. I left her Baba shook. She didn't know what to expect when I walked on set as the Babadook, and to be honest, I didn't either. I just winged it, and she loved it.
Ida Davis had a good performance.
That was my first ever time playing the Snatch Game. I think it went well. I know RuPaul loves Joan Crawford. I got a laugh or two out of her. No more wire hangers. I still got the spirit of Joan inside me.
Barbie, Celia, Thorne had a bad performance.
I want to personally apologize to Sasha Colby for portraying such a bad performance of her. I didn't make her funny at all. Well, except one time where I threw major shade at Messy Mouse. RuPaul laughed at that. But Snatch Game was so tough. Never again, please.
That challenge, my head wasn't in it. I was still annoyed about the fact Celia thinks I'm being favored by the judges because Daphne is one of the judges. No, that's not the case. I've worked my ass off being here and my performances have shown. I'm so annoyed at myself for letting her get into my head. I should have listened to Grim's advice, because it looks like I could be in the bottom tonight. So much for keeping my top streak alive.
On the runway, category is Outer Space Couture. Ida Davis, Raquel, Candace Flynn and Barbie slayed the runway.
My runway had those judges gagged. I looked amazing and my Snatch Game was great. I actually think I could be in the top once again. I'd love that. I didn't stand out in my Season 9 Snatch Game, but this time, I think I stood out, and for the right reasons.
SpongeBob, Lois Griffin, Bugs Bunny, Grim and Thorne had a great runway.
The Snatch Game was a success. I did a pretty good job as Lola. She might even tweet me something nice for once. That queen is so obsessed with me, it's getting a little concerning. Maybe I'm like the mother she never had. Anyways, my runway was nice, wasn't the best. Barbie looked absolutely stunning. I guess that's what happens when you're an Oscar winner.
Celia had a good runway.
Well, googly bears, it sure does look like I'm in the bottom. I bombed Snatch Game. My runway wasn't up to the judges' standards. How can I go from the top to the bottom? And I bet Thorn will be in the top once again even though she also bombed Snatch Game. It's just too much favoritism going on.
Welcome to the main stage of Cartoon Drag Race All Stars 4. Let me introduce to you our judges panel. First, he is one of our resident judges, All Stars 1 champion and Drag Race icon, it's Roger. Up next, she is another resident judge, All Stars 2 champion and lip sync assassin, it's Daphne Blake. And our extra special guest judge, she is actress and Hollywood icon, she will always be our friend, it's Lisa Kudrow. Welcome darling. This week we asked our queens to show us if they can stand out in the Snatch Game. Now good luck and don't F it up. Now let the judging commence. Candice Flynn and Lois Griffin, congratulations, you're the top 2 All-Stars of the week.
Oh my god, yay, it feels amazing. I'm now a 2-time Snatch Game winner and hold on, so is Lois. Now that's iconic. Thank you so much RuPaul. I'm gonna bop 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 to the top.
This means everything to me. Thank you. Winning the Snatch Game was the only challenge I really wanted to win whilst being here. For obvious reasons, thank you. I just have to win this lip sync.
Raquel, Bugs Bunny, SpongeBob, good job this week, you are all safe.
Oh, tartar sauce. I wanted to win this one. But hey, at least I'm in the top and out of the safe zone.
It felt amazing playing the Snatch Game again. Playing Mae West was incredible. I love her and I know if my runway was a little better, I could have been in the top 2. My runways were my downfall on season 4, but so far so good.
Celia, Thorn, I'm sorry my dears, but you are up for elimination. Whilst you go and plead your cases to the top All-Stars, the judges and I will be ordering a Krusty Krab pizza. You may leave the stage.
Hi Candice, first of all, congratulations on your win, you truly deserved it. I'm a bit disappointed in myself for letting Celia's comments affect me. That's what was on my mind during the entire Snatch Game, wondering if I was being favored or not. But I do hope you won't choose my lipstick tonight, Candice.
Thorn, you don't have to worry at all, because I could never send you home. You're not only my idol, but you're my favorite artist. I love you, and I love the Hex Girls, and if I win tonight, just know you will stay another day.
Lois, googly bear. It feels like just last week we were in the same situation, but with the tables turned, and I know I did choose your lipstick, but I also know you're such a professional queen and you respected my decision, but I just want to say I'm sorry for that and for my actions earlier today. I also want to say I'm doing a lot better than Thorn in this competition and together we could eliminate the favoritism around here.
What is a googly bear? Never mind, Celia, I absolutely respected your decision, and thank you. I am a professional queen around here, maybe it's my age. But you know what? We actually could get rid of the favoritism around here, and we are in an alliance after all, so don't you worry, kisses to you.
Hi Candice, googly bear. I know this is going to be tough for you, because I know you're close with Thorn and I'd like to think you're also close with me. But Candice, let me tell you this, I hope you can see that this is my only bad week. I was in the top last week and Thorn, well, she's been close, but not close enough, and I do hope you look past the fact she's one of your idols. Please Candice.
Oh Celia, googly bear, this is a very tough decision for me to make. I'd like to think we are close, and I just want you to know, I think you're so talented and I know you can do well in this competition, but do I think you'll do better than Thorn? That's tough, she's been in the top back to back, but like you said she hasn't bopped to the top right now, but me and you are in an alliance with Lois and Ida. Oh man, this is going to be so tough, I need time to think.
Firstly, congratulations Lois, you were hilarious as Lola. I hope she doesn't come for you on Twitter. Now, Lois, I realize we haven't spoken much during this competition, and I'd love to get to know you better. I've been performing consistently well with back-to-back high placements, and I understand that this week was just a setback, similar to what you experienced last week before your impressive comeback. I hope to rebound just as well. If I ever find myself at the top and you in the bottom, I will save you. Consider this an invitation to form an alliance with you.
Thank you, Thorn. Yes, we haven't talked much here, but I'd also like to get to know you better. But I am in an alliance with Celia. But I know Candace and yourself are very close here, so I have a feeling she will be choosing Celia's lipstick, and I'm uncertain yet. You're currently the front runner, and no matter what Celia says about you being favored by the judges, I personally feel you've rightfully earned those placements. And I will consider that offer, my dear.
Before the lip sync, Thorn asks production if she can have a word with Celia. They allow it and rolls the camera.
Yes, Thorn, can I help you? I have to go get ready to watch this lip sync. It'll probably be dreadful, and I have to watch you get sent home. Or will Daphne save you like she's been putting your ass in the top when you don't deserve it? I don't care anymore, it's one of our last day here. And I know it's not me, Googly Bear.
That's exactly what I came here to speak with you about. But now, I'm not being nice, you skank. How dare you accuse Daphne, one of our judges, at having favorites? Yes, I've known Daphne for a long time, and yes, we were on a season together, but when she's judging, she puts those feelings aside. She's clocked in, she's working, and it's RuPaul who has the final decision, not her. And I have worked my ass off to get back on Drag Race, and you're just a bitter bitch, who doesn't like to see other queens succeed. I mean, look at what you did to Ida, when she won her Tony Award instead of you. You actually walked out of the ceremony, you didn't even stay to see your friend, your sister, accept that award. You're just washed up, and I hope no director works with you again. Now excuse me, I have a lip sync to enjoy.
2 top all-stars stand before me. Ladies, the time has come. Would you lip sync? For your legacy!
Well, I pleaded my case to Candace and Lois, and I even let Celia have it, that bitch. I'm sorry, Candace, but I had to let her have it, because I don't think I had any other time. I am hoping for Candace to win this lip sync for my sake. I know she wouldn't have my lipstick.
Ugh, that little bitch. Who does she think she is, coming for me like that? I'm not bitter. I just deserved it more than Ida. Love you, sister. Now I hope Lois wins this lip sync, because I think she agreed with my stance at sending home Thorn. Because we need to get the favoritism out of here. Daphne is so unprofessional, it makes me sick. She should be fired from that panel.
The lip sync song is Sorry by Madonna. Both Candace and Lois had a great lip sync. Lois Griffin.
You're a winner, baby. With great power.
Celia.
As it is written, so it shall be done.
Celia.
You are an all-star. Now, sashay away.
Thank you, RuPaul, for bringing me back. And I think you need a new judging panel. Just saying.
This is Untucked.
The queens unwind and untucked, and they congratulate both Lois and Candace for the win and top 2 placement, and congratulated Thorn for staying. They thanked them. Ida curious looked to Lois and asked why did she choose Celia. Lois said she really hurt her feelings earlier when she still would have chosen her if Bugs was in that bottom 3 with Misty and herself, and said to the queens she did not trust her one bit. Thorn nods and said she really was a bitter bitch. Ida said she doesn't feel like she was. Thorn tells Ida to look in the past, where Celia walked out of the Tony Awards when Ida won hers over her. Ida said to Thorn she's got a fair point. Thorn then asks Candace whose lipstick did she choose. Candace reveals she also chose Celia's lipstick. Candace explains she couldn't eliminate one of her idols, she could never live with the guilt, and Thorn was the front runner, she deserves another chance to shine. Grim looks to Thorn, and said don't let anyone get in your head again, especially queens like Celia. Raquel, curious, asked what happened. Candace looks at Thorn. Thorn tells the queens that she heard Celia tell her she was being favored by Daphne. The queens are shocked. Barbie tells them Daphne would never do that. Raquel agreed and said to Thorn even though she hasn't spoken with her, she's seen what she can do in those challenges and she deserved those spots. Thorn thanks them and asks production if she can pop outside for some air. They agree and Grim said he will join Thorn. A TV is rolled in for Lois and on the screen is Peter, who tells Lois he's very proud of her and getting that Snatch Game win for the House of Griffin means so much to him. Lois starts crying and said she loves him. Just as Peter was about to tell Lois he loves her, a familiar voice is heard. And on the screen appears Lola. A shocked Lois tells her to stay away from her husband. Lola tells Peter come back to bed sweetie, then blows a kiss to Lois. Lois is furious. Lois said she's gonna kill her. Ida calms her down and said Peter would never do such a thing, he loves Lois. Candace agreed and said it's just Lola playing mind games with you. Lois said why is she there? In the house. Raquel said she's probably visiting Stewie? Meg, maybe? Lois said maybe that's the case, and that's the case she's going with. Ida said she may be going to see Glenn and just popped by to visit them. Lois said that's more believable and thanks the Queens for their support. Mother here, unfortunately I forgot to record the track record for this episode. That's what late night recording does to me, but thank you for your support, it truly does mean the world to me. Come join me in the Discord server where we discuss all things cartoon drag race. Once again, apologies for no track record, now let the music play.
Hey, squirrel friend. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.